The mind, the body being, can be a hose, if you will, can be a conduit, a flow through for light. But it doesn't originate here. We don't originate here. We're playing peekaboo with Source all the time down here. We're on a planet of blessing. We are so beautifully situated. All of it. Every coin has two sides. Every situation does too. Every argument does as well. There's a two-ness to 3D life. But we're rising up out of that. So often now we can see through it. And furthermore, we're not pulled into it. We simply lose interest. Things that used to rile us all up, we look at and we wonder what the excitement's all about. It is what it is. But torturing ourselves and getting all worked up and so on is no part of anything I'm interested in. It's just not necessary. Does light do that? Not necessarily. It does on its way to awakening, though. And so you see, everything that's been contained in every minute of your existence has been perfect. Has it not brought you to where you are now? Are you not waking up right along with me? Oh my God. We have got a fireworks show getting ready to happen that's going to be all that any of us could have hoped for. You know, the mind wants to see things. It wants things visible, and all that's coming as well. But you know, it's not necessary. We are rising up into light. As the Andromedans call it, upliftment. Others speak of ascension. We're rising up out of 3D. 3D, which equals time-space. You really can't separate those two. Time-space. They're kind of like the two sides of that coin. And they almost define 3D. And we're just rising up out of that. Our frequencies now are natively higher. I mean, our native being is so brilliant. It's a sun. I mean, it's just amazing. We're divinity walking. And we're waking up to that. But there's timing involved here. And so we take each step as it's presented. But I think it's time to give up with the old ho-hum, the humdrum, the boredom. And it's time to give up with the weeping and the moaning and the groaning, the complaining and the blaming and the nonsense. I think it's time to just pitch it out. It's just as easy. I mean, you really can turn your back on it all and just walk away. It's like throwing the black paint up into the air. It doesn't stain you, my friend. You are not a sinner. That is bullshit. Excuse me. But that's just how it is. You're not that. You're not that. You're so beautiful. And it's time for us to lighten up on ourselves and each other. If we can leave mind behind and step into heart and do what we can to occupy there, put the continual reminders around your environment, whatever works for you. You're perfect, okay? And you have a perfect path, a perfect plan, a perfect design, and your heart knows it all. It knows just what's right. And that's why those resonance bells ring deep inside you when you hear certain things but not others. You may hear two things that are equally of light, but one rings for you and one doesn't. Well, that's your divine plan speaking. That's your inner wisdom, your inner knowing. So follow that. Find your bliss. Find a way to leave all the boo-hooing behind. There's no need for it. We literally can just turn around and walk away from it. Happiness is a choice. And joy is the motor of life. It's natural to us. Find your bliss. Follow that. Welcome home into heart.